The Atlanta Falcons just did the unthinkable. After 8 straight losing seasons, the organization took a match to the old way of doing things and burned it all to the ground. Nobody expected this level of absolute destruction. The front office is gone. The coaching staff is gone. The entire culture that kept them stuck in the basement has been wiped clean. This is not a minor roster tweak or a hopeful rebrand. This is a total identity shift born out of pure desperation and raw ambition. The franchise finally realized that the survival meant starting completely over. Walking into this chaos is a completely new regime built to win right now. Ian Cunningham stepped in as general manager to build the foundation. Then came the massive shocker. Kevin Stefanski, a coach of the year on 2 separate occasions, took over as head coach to bring instant credibility to the locker room. To top it all off, Matt Ryan returned as president of football to oversee the grand vision. But the most terrifying part of this new era is the defense. A unit built almost entirely by rookie players in 2025 somehow managed to set a franchise record. The pass rush is young, it is violent, and its best player is already fighting to stay on the field. What nobody is talking about is exactly how this young front achieved the impossible. They recorded 57 sacks, a number that shatters every previous franchise mark. But looking at the names on that depth chart reveals a secret that the rest of the league is ignoring. The talent is already there, but the reinforcements coming to this defensive line are going to change everything. Before we break down the terrifying reality of this pass rush, you need to understand the sheer dominance of the young guns who made this miracle happen. The sheer volume of pressure this group generated last season was not a fluke. It was a warning shot to the entire conference. Brandon Dorlus exploded onto the scene with 8.5 sacks in his first extended run as a starter. His pressure rate sat at 8.9%, which suggests some luck, but his ability to wreck plays against both the run and the pass was undeniable. He finished with 30 total tackles and quickly became one of the most disruptive interior linemen in the league. Then there is Zach Harrison, who is arguably the most complete player on the line before a knee injury ended his year after just 7 games. He had 4.5 sacks and a massive 14.8% pressure rate. That was a huge step forward from his first 2 years. He was tied for the team lead in sacks when he went down and served as the most consistent run defender between the tackles. Jeff Ulbrich used him in 8 different alignments with significant snaps in at least 6 of them. Harrison returns healthy and enters a contract year with everything to prove. The edge rushers were just as dominant. Jalon Walker posted 5.5 sacks as a rookie edge rusher. His run defense was a total revelation for a player many expected to be a pass rush specialist only. LaCale London quietly added 5 sacks from the interior to keep offenses guessing. The Falcons even traded Rook Orhorhoro for Mason Smith, who will compete at nose tackle to add more depth. Veteran Deshaun Hand signed in free agency to stabilize the run defense further. This unit ranked 15th in total defense but 24th against the run. The talent to close that gap is already on the roster. Closing it is the difference between being good and being truly dominant. The foundation is set. The young core has proven they can get to the quarterback. Now they need to stop the bleed on the ground. The pieces are all here to fix the last remaining flaw in this terrifying front. But fixing its interior is only half the battle. The real masterstroke comes from looking outside the organization for one final piece to make this defense completely unstoppable. Bijan Robinson does not need an introduction, he needs a massive trophy case. He put up 2,298 scrimmage yards last season, the 12th highest single-season total in league history. He broke the 2,000-yard mark for only the 3rd time in franchise history. He rushed for a 93-yard touchdown, the longest run in team history. A first-team All-Pro with 3 straight Pro Bowls at just 24 years old. Yet the offense struggled to maximize Drake London and Kyle Pitts together. London posted 100 catches and 1,271 yards last season. He dipped to 919 in a chaotic 2025. Pitts scored a career-high 5 touchdowns and logged 920, 8 receiving yards. Tommy Rees inherits the challenge of scheming them into consistent production together. Moving London outside and letting Pitts own the slot is the clear path forward. The receiver room got a complete overhaul to support this vision. Jahan Dotson brings championship pedigree after winning a Super Bowl. Olamide Zaccheaus returned to the fold. Rookie speedster Zachariah Branch ran a 4.340 to add elite speed. Chris Lindstrom remains the anchor protecting the pocket. The weapons are finally here and the play caller is ready. But all these explosive pieces mean absolutely nothing without a field general to direct the chaos. The man waiting under center is the biggest mystery in the league right now. The biggest shock of the entire offseason happened when Tua Tagovailoa was suddenly released by Miami. The Dolphins are somehow still paying him $54 million while Atlanta signed him for the absolute league minimum. For a quarterback with a career record of 44-32, this price is completely absurd to everyone watching. But the real mystery is exactly how he fits into this brand new system. Kevin Stefanski does not ask his quarterback to freelance and make magic happen on his own. He demands strict execution within a very defined structure. That is exactly where Tua Tagovailoa thrives the most on the field. His accuracy under pressure ranked 11th in the league over the past 3 seasons. He does not need an elite offensive line to survive out there. He just needs a steady rhythm, and this heavy run game foundation provides exactly that for him. Then there is the ultimate wild card. Michael Penix Jr. offers a massive ceiling with his special arm talent on deep throws. However, his accuracy ranked 49th out of 52 qualifying quarterbacks over the past 3 years. Quarterbacks coach Alex Van Pelt is now tasked with fixing his footwork completely. The competition for the starting job is incredibly legitimate. But while they figure out the quarterback room, the defense still has one massive glaring hole that requires a bold trade to fix right now. The run defense ranked 24th last year, and that is a massive problem for any team with serious playoff dreams. But there is one player in the league who can fix this issue instantly if Atlanta makes one bold phone call. Josh Sweat is completely unhappy in Arizona right now. He skipped OTAs and requested a trade after the head coach was fired. He posted 12 sacks and 13 tackles for loss last season on a huge $76.4 million deal. Here is the master plan that changes everything for this franchise. Trade a 2027 third-round pick to get him. Then slide Zach Harrison inside to defensive tackle, where he was the best run defender before his injury. Sweat takes the edge spot immediately. This move makes the run defense problem disappear overnight. The pass rush becomes the deepest and most dangerous unit in the entire NFL. One single transaction transforms this group from very good to absolutely elite. The cost is a bargain for a player with 2 double-digit sack seasons in his recent past. The Cardinals save money while they rebuild their own roster. Atlanta gets a proven veteran who knows how to win at the highest level. This addition pairs perfectly with the young core already in place. The front 7 becomes unstoppable on every single down. But fixing the front line is only half the battle. The secondary needs a complete reimagining to match this new aggressive identity. The blueprint for the back end of the defense is about to get a major upgrade that nobody is talking about yet. Avion Terrell heard his name at pick 48 and walked into a secondary where his older brother AJ Terrell has been a true cornerstone for years. Ian Cunningham gave the rookie a fully guaranteed contract. The foundation is set with Sidney Brown added at safety and Jesse Bates III, earning second-team honors with 3 interceptions. Xavier Watts led the team with 5 picks. The bloodline is strong and the veteran presence is completely locked in. But the long-term projection is where the real magic happens for this defense. The league is trending toward bigger, athletic slot defenders. Kendall Daniels fits this exact mold perfectly. The rookie is a converted safety with massive linebacker size. He mirrors the exact archetype Jeff Ulbrich wants in his secondary. This is the same blueprint that made players like Nick Emenwari so dominant during their championship runs. The shift from traditional coverage to aggressive hybrid defense is about to begin right now. Think about the sheer physical dominance of Devin Witherspoon and Trent McDuffie. This new secondary is built to match that exact physical mold. They will fit the run and cover the best receivers in the league without losing a single step. The talent to execute this massive schematic shift is finally in the building. But while the back end is getting a massive upgrade, a very dark cloud is still hanging over the most dominant force on the defensive line today. The pass rush is terrifying, but one massive question mark hangs over the entire unit right now. James Pierce Jr. entered a pretrial intervention program after his arrest in February. His ex-girlfriend Rakea Jackson dropped the restraining order recently. All charges will be dismissed if he completes the program successfully. But the NFL has not ruled on a suspension yet, and that silence is deafening for fans. Comparable cases suggest a ban of 4 to 6 games, which would be a huge blow early in the season. Samson Ebukam provides veteran edge depth while Pierce is out of the lineup. When he returns, he joins a front that is even deeper than the one setting franchise records last year. The talent is absolutely not the question here for anyone watching closely. The timeline is the only thing that matters right now. This uncertainty creates a tense atmosphere around an otherwise dominant defensive line. The team must prepare for life without their best young weapon for a significant stretch. The coaching staff needs to have a clear plan ready to go immediately. Every snap counts in a division that is finally wide open for the taking. The pressure is on to start strong despite this potential absence. But looking at the bigger picture reveals why this team might not even need a perfect start to dominate their rivals. The schedule is set and the competition is weaker than it has ever been before in recent memory. The NFC South sent 0 teams to the playoffs last year, and that fact changes everything for Atlanta. The Buccaneers are aging out of their competitive window fast. The Saints are in full rebuild mode with no clear direction yet. The Panthers are still searching for a stable answer at quarterback after years of chaos. This division is completely wide open and ready for the taking by any team with real talent. Atlanta's strength of schedule ranks 5th easiest in the entire NFL right now. Their opponents combined for a win percentage of .465 last season, which is incredibly favorable. 7 of those opponents used heavy personnel packages above the league average. The Falcons rank 31st in efficiency against those sets, but the new additions directly fix that massive problem. The late season stretch features consecutive division rivals, which is perfect timing. If this team is healthy entering December, the division title is theirs to lose. They have the best running back in football and a defensive front built to dominate every single week. Kevin Stefanski went to the playoffs in 2 of his first 3 seasons in Cleveland with a much worse roster. The path to victory is crystal clear for everyone to see. The prediction is bold but backed by hard facts and real talent. They go 10-7 and win the NFC South crown. The 8-year losing streak dies right here in 2026. Bijan Robinson finishes top 3 in MVP voting while the defense records over 50 sacks again. Drop your win total prediction in the comments below right now. If you think 10 wins is too high, tell me which rival stops them. If you think it is too low, subscribe and bring the receipts when this team dominates. This comment section is about to be a total war zone for fans everywhere.